back to power animals. So when I teach my advanced animal communication workshops, it's more like a retreat. And we do all kinds of different ways to receive information from an animal. And one of the ways is, and this is, I don't really use this like we were talking about cards, like tarot cards or whatever. It's a tool, right? So I use, sorry, bouncing microphone. What I do in some of my advanced classes is I get a bunch of animal medicine cards, I guess I call them. And so here's an example. There's a couple of decks. So as you can see, there are different kinds of card decks. And then here's another one. I have a bazillion of them, but so these are just card decks. And I use ones that have, something to do with animals. And so what happens is I have all kinds of different card decks, and I spread them face down in little groups of whichever the card deck is. So like this one would be in one little pie, area. The cards from this deck would be in another area, right? Spread out on the floor. And then I would have students just kind of sit in a circle all around all these cards, right? And just get quiet, feeling, of course, their feet on the ground, and then feeling a connection to a card in whatever deck pile. Just let that come, feel that connection, and then go pick up the card and then hold it to their heart, feel who it might be, if there's a message of any kind, and then turn it over and see who it is. And then they can look up the meaning or the messages from that animal, whatever. But it's just a really fun thing to do. Or you can work yourself, like with a card deck, like what we're going to do in just really right now. And just see who is coming for you to you today and bringing you a message. So I have a deck that I really love. I haven't pulled these out in years, but this is like my favorite one. So I'll show you it's medicine cards, and I'll show you one of the cards. Let's see. This is one of the cards, and it says deer. Let's see. I don't know if it's in focus. And that's the back of it. It's a little lightning bolt, right? And so there's various animals in this card deck. And then when you pull so I'm going to show you what to do because we're going to do it together. But I have a miniature version that you can't get. I don't think you can get it anymore. So here's the big. Gotta get my eyes out of here. There we go. There's the big version. And here's the baby version. And the baby cards I love, as you can tell, is a very worn out box. It's like 25 years old, I guess, easily. It's been around the block. But what I love about these little cards is they have a little message on them as opposed to having to look it up in a book. So without further ado, because I'm just dragging this on and on, we're going to see who our power animal for the Animal Lovers Cafe is. So I'm going to show you. Here's the little deck. It's just a bunch of different cards. I'm not going to show them to you. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of, it's hard to do. I'm going to just shuffle them. So I don't have anything picked. Don't peek. That one you kind of peeked. Okay, put them there. And what I'm going to do, so you can do this with any deck. I'm just going to take them here. I think you can see. I'm just going to spread them out. So what you do if you have a deck of cards, this is one way. There's many ways to work with cards. So this is a really fun, easy way. Anybody can do it. You don't have to have special training of any kind. So you just take your hand and just feel one that might be calling you. Okay, so I'm not even going to look. And I'm just going to pull the first one that comes. Oh, these guys are tricky. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is so funny. This is our card. spider. And spider is going to give us a message. Oh my gosh, this is too funny. Look, it's Spidey. That is funny. Spidey has already been here. So Spidey, the spider, has a message for us. Dance your dreams alive. Create from your heart's bliss. Weave the web you want to live. Isn't that great? How does that apply to you? So spider with the spider's message, and there's a lot more, but that's why I like this little deck, because it has a message. It's hard to see. I apologize. But they're little teeny tiny cards, but they have a message right there for you, a little simple message, and I'm going to read it again. Dance your dreams alive. Create from your heart's bliss. Isn't that great? So feeling into your heart like we do with the animals. And weave the web you want to live. Oops. Yeah. I was thinking that. Same thing, Debbie. Charlotte's Web. Isn't that fun? And so Charlotte's Web, as I remember, Charlotte wove messages in the web so the human could read it. But really, we can just understand the message from the spiders or anybody just by connecting with them. But in many of these like little medicine card decks, they come with, this is big. This is the book that comes with this bigger deck. And so if we wanted to go a little further and to find out about spider, I have to look it up. See, this is just like 209. Spider is just such powerful energy. Aha, I've obviously. So spider, so this is what it looks like in the book. I don't know if you can see that. So you open the book and it has all the different cards. And then obviously I've had spider before. But one of the things that spider is known for, and part of the message, is the infinite possibilities of creation. So think about your life. There's infinite possibilities starting from this moment for whatever you want to make it. If you don't like the direction you're going, change it. As spider encourages us. It's like such great messages. And she says, look for new alternatives to your present impasse. Do you have an impasse? Was there another way of looking at it? Kind of words of wisdom, from spider. And also, sometimes if there's something negative going on, maybe it's a reflection of something that you don't like in yourself. So there's lots of, I'm not going to read this to you, but if you're interested, so you can look up, go on the internet, Dr. Google, and search for power animals, or I think that's the best thing to search for. So search for power animals, and then search for spider, and search for the meaning of spider, the message from spider, and see what all there is, because there's a lot of information. Or just sit with spider, the big overall, not scary. This is just a sweet, this might look scary to you, but it's not. It's just a sweet being that's very wise, very powerful, coming to you to share that wisdom, to share that power with you, to be with you. So every time you come to the cafe, Spidey might drop down and say, hi, baby. It's not a scary spider. It's just a fun spider. Little Spidey. But then sit back and feel the wisdom of the spider. Again, dance your dreams alive. How cool is that, right? And we did that at the beginning, dancing like we're animals, right? So spider really was working before I even knew that spider was going to be the power animal for the Animal Lovers Cafe. That is the last thing in the world I expected. So you never know, be open to possibilities. The animals are always here, sharing with us and teaching us and showing us the way, I think. And then, create from your heart's bliss. Your heart's bliss. Create from that place. How cool is that? So remember spider. And as you're creating whatever it is in your life, create from that place of bliss, that's spider. And then weave the web you want to live. So how good is that? Living your best life with spider. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Debbie. Sign in. Yes, isn't that great? Oh no, don't worry spelling. But the sign in synchronicities. I love that. Yeah. I get it. I get it big time. And I think everybody else does too. It's just, isn't this wonderful spider and how I think we're really lucky to be able to take a moment and to be and to understand and have that special connection with animals. And it's not, a lot of people just think, okay, animals are, well, I'm going to pick this card deck up and show you all the different possibilities. I mean, let's see, whoops. See, there's I can't point, but there's a dolphin, woohoo, 52 card pickup. Let's just see. There's buffalo, beaver. So coyote, we usually think of mammals as being our special animals, right? And in some traditions, they say it cannot be an insect, but guess what? Why, right? Yes, it can. It can be an insect, it can be a bird, it can be a fictional creature, like a unicorn or a mermaid or, just be open to the possibilities. And maybe just sit in the quiet, maybe with your dog, cat, horse, bird, or a wild animal outside. Birds, foxes. I'm trying to think of who comes. Of course, the deer people are always in our backyard. But just sit in the quiet with them, or just with Mother Nature. And just ask for an animal to come to you. Who is your guiding animal in this moment in time? Because we have them from the time we're born until the time we go back to spirit. Oh, we are spirit. Anyhow, we cross the rainbow bridge, but we have different animals that come into our lives at different times when we need them. So right now, it seems like everybody that comes to the cafe needs that energy, that power of spider, right? Yeah. So I want to thank Spider for joining us. And of course, Spidey, who has been here since last fall. Spidey came in and she's staying. She's not going anywhere. So feeling that energy, carrying that with you wherever you go, bring that into your life and see if your life isn't a little bit better.